Hi everyone. On this week's podcast, I am coming to you from the beautiful home of William Lee Rand. And if you're listening to this on podcast and would like to see some of the pictures, I'll put a YouTube link to the video in the podcast notes, and I'd welcome you to have a look at that. Before we begin, there's a couple of things to let you know about. I do have classes coming up this January. There is space in them for level 1 and 2 and Master, Animal Reiki level 1 and 2 and Master, Karuna Reiki, as well as Animal Communication in early February. So please join us. And if you're in Australia, please check out the classes that I'll be teaching in Royalla, just outside of Canberra in New South Wales. I'd love to have you join us in person for level 1 and 2 masters, as well as Animal Reiki level 1 and 2. So just a little bit about William's home. This is his beautiful home in Hana, and we're here on a licensed Reiki master teacher retreat at the moment. It's not very hard to take, I must admit. And if you're watching on video and can see his home, to the left there are some beautiful orange trees and tangelo and so on. To the right are his outbuildings, the water storage, and the solar panels. This home is completely off-grid. William grows a lot of his own fruit. He's got pineapples planted. It's just a beautiful space. Now, for the podcast, I'd love to turn us around if I can figure out how to do that. Hi everyone. On this week's podcast, I am coming to you from the beautiful home of William Lee Rand. And if you're listening to this on podcast and would like to see some of the pictures, I'll put a YouTube link to the video in the podcast notes, and I'd welcome you to have a look at that. Before we begin, there's a couple of things to let you know about. I do have classes coming up this January. There is space in them for level 1 and 2 and Master, Animal Reiki level 1 and 2 and Master, Karuna Reiki, as well as Animal Communication in early February. So please join us. And if you're in Australia, please check out the classes that I'll be teaching in Royalla, just outside of Canberra in New South Wales. I'd love to have you join us in person for level 1 and 2 masters, as well as Animal Reiki level 1 and 2. So just a little bit about William's home. This is his beautiful home in Hana, and we're here on a licensed Reiki master teacher retreat at the moment. It's not very hard to take, I must admit. And if you're watching on video and can see his home, to the left there are some beautiful orange trees and tangelo and so on. To the right are his outbuildings, the water storage, and the solar panels. Just want to tell you a little bit about Maui before we begin a Reiki meditation at the beautiful home of William Lee Rand. Maui is the second largest of the Hawaiian Islands. It's located in the Central Pacific Ocean. It's actually part of the state of Hawaii and is the 17th largest island in the U.S. The history of Maui is closely tied to the history of the Hawaiian Islands, which were settled by Polynesian voyagers who migrated from the Marquesa Islands and other parts of Polynesia in the 6th century A.D. The early settlers brought a unique culture to Hawaii, and these still influence the island today. In the early 19th century, Maui and the other Hawaiian islands were unified under the rule of a king, King Kamehameha the First, if I pronounce that, and he established the Kingdom of Hawaii. They experienced significant economic and cultural growth. They developed agriculture, trade, and tourism. But in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, the Hawaiian Islands became part of the USA. They were a territory in 1900, and in 1959, Hawaii became the 50th state of the United States. Maui is popular for tourists and it's known for its beautiful beaches, diverse landscapes, and rich cultural history. It is home to a variety of attractions, including the Haleakala National Park, the Hana Highway, a scenic road which winds along the eastern coast of the island. And it has a rich, diverse spiritual and cultural history. The early Polynesian settlers of Maui who migrated to the island around the 6th century AD brought a complex spiritual belief system deep connected to the natural world. In Hawaiian mythology, Maui is revered as a demigod and cultural hero who's credited with many feats, including lassoing the sun to show its journey across the sky and creating the Hawaiian Islands themselves. In Hawaiian spiritual practices, Maui is often invoked as a source of strength, power, and protection. Maui's natural beauty and many sacred sites have also attracted spiritual seekers and practitioners from around the world. This island is home to a number of sacred sites and energy centers, including the national park, which I mentioned, a massive volcanic crater, which is believed to be a portal to other dimensions. It's also got a strong presence of Buddhism, Hinduism, and Christianity, as well as New Age and alternative spiritual practitioners. And the bamboo forest in Maui is located in the state park. It's a lush tropical forest home to a variety of bamboo species and other flora and fauna. It's located on a trail in the area of Haleakala National Park, located on the eastern side of the island. It's a beautiful hiking trail which ends in a 400-foot tall waterfall. That's actually where we're going tomorrow. The bamboo forest is beautiful. It's known for its serene setting, the distinctive sound of the bamboo stalks as they rustle in the wind, and many people visit the forest to just enjoy the sacredness and the peaceful atmosphere and to take in the natural beauty of the area. In addition, it's home to incredible waterfalls, streams, and pools. It's a popular spot for bird watching as it's home to a variety of native Hawaiian bird species and species that aren't found anywhere else. It has a great spiritual significance in Hawaiian culture, the park and the bamboo forest. It's home to sacred sites and energy centers. The spiritual significance of the bamboo forest and other natural areas in Hawaii is deeply rooted in the culture and traditions of the Hawaiian people. And I also wanted to talk to you today, before we begin our meditation, about a beautiful Hawaiian practice called Ho'oponopono. This is something in Hawaiian culture. It's closely related to the concept of pono, which indicates righteousness, balance, and harmony. And so in Hawaiian society, Ho'oponopono was an important value that governed all aspects of life, from relationships with others to the way that natural resources are used. Today, this phrase is still widely used in Hawaii, and it often is invoked as a reminder to follow the proper way of doing things to maintain balance and harmony in all aspects of life. It's also used in the context of traditional Hawaiian cultural practices, such as hula, where proper protocols and traditions must be followed to honor the cultural significance of the dance. Now, one of the things that we're most aware of with Ho'oponopono are the 4 statements, and they are really useful if there's anything or anyone in your life that's out of balance. And what you do is you think of that and you say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. thank you, and I love you. So if there are any relationships in your life that are out of balance, I encourage you to give that a try. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you, and I love you. And now I'd like to invite you to experience the beauty of William Lee Rand's home, and I thank him for the opportunity to share it with you today. So behind me is the beautiful Pacific Ocean. The other day we saw some humpback whales out there. This is actually where they come to give birth. But there's also really something special about the energy of Hawaii. And so I wanted to share that with you today. And this week we're in Maui. A couple of the things that we've been able to do is just go over to the local beach. We went to Wainapanapa yesterday and had an opportunity to visit a sea cave after we hiked across a lava path and trail. Tomorrow we'll be going to the sacred bamboo forest, and this is my third time here, and so I'm going to try to bring in a lot of those energies in our meditation today. This is the beginning of the year. It's really a time for letting go of the old and bringing in the new, and I think the powerful energy of Maui and of the lava that is just so close to the surface underneath of us, I think that's just exactly the energy that will help you do that. And if you've been going a little too fast, as I had been doing before coming here, just doing a little too much, especially during the Christmas rush when we spent time with family and so on, the goal is to really help you release all of that in our meditation today. So I'd just like to invite you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and on your in-breath, breathe in the light of Reiki that surrounds you, and on your out-breath, just releasing anything that no longer serves you. Bringing your hands in Gasho to activate your Reiki energy. You can hear the beautiful music of the birds that surrounds us, that just start to feel into this pure and primitive energy of the island. The relaxed nature of the culture here, just feeling your heartbeat settle. Placing your hands comfortably over your heart. Breathe. And just noticing the beautiful divine beings, the angels, the archangels, the brothers and sisters of the light that surround us. Feeling very protected and safe, even in this powerful energy field, just close to the volcanic activity. Behind us is the big island where my friend Joan Mote lives and where we'll be going next week, and I'll be coming to you from Mrs. Takata's studio next week, if all goes well. Bringing in that energy. So we're really close to the North American birthplace of Reiki. And next week we'll be even closer. We'll be on the doorstep. I invite you to imagine that it's a beautiful, warm, sunny day, and as you close your eyes, the distance symbol has created a beautiful bridge of light in front of you. And as you walk over that bridge that's surrounded with angels and archangels and brothers and sisters of the light, you realize you're coming right here to join me. In Maui, feel the energy of the earth, and it feels just a little different here. We feel very close to the energy of the earth, and when you arrive on the other side of the bridge, you can feel the energy of the earth moving up through the bottoms of your feet, and you imagine that you're walking along the twisty, turny Hana Highway. Beautiful waterfalls to your right and beautiful cliffs and ocean vistas to your left. The ocean waves are not gentle here. They pound the surf and splash very high, and the water is crystalline and pure. And imagine that as you're walking along this magical highway, exploring all the twists and turns, somewhat like the twists and turns that occur in our everyday life. And you arrive here with me at the edge of William's property. Beautiful birds surround us. There are cattle just behind us. The wind chimes have just started since we began, and you can feel the heat of the sun as well as the beautiful breeze that blows in off the water. The temperature is perfect here. And so together we sit in a circle. You beautiful being of the light, you join the other beautiful human beings of the light that are using Reiki in their own lives and spreading Reiki on the planet. And we come together. And in this circle, we feel our hearts connect. And sitting on the earth, we feel very connected with the earth. A beautiful beam of light pierces the highest heavens and shines directly upon you, upon each of us, continues to connect us with our higher selves and with each other. Move into that higher vibration that is available to us. And from that higher vibration, the solution to any problems or questions or difficulties that you've been experiencing just flow in. And you may not know what the solutions are yet. The understanding of the solutions is an unfoldment that will happen over time, but just know that the energy of solution has been installed within you. And from this place of higher consciousness, we can recognize that any of the energy we're carrying from the past year, some of that energy contained lessons for us. Some of it was beautiful, some of it was not beautiful. Some of it was difficult. But regardless of what it was, it is in the past. And so we're going to breathe several moments in this space together. Just letting go of any energies that we no longer need, any energies that are not part of our life purpose and our path forward. there are any injuries, any grief, any anger or frustration, any spirit attachments or any commitments from the past, from any time in your soul's history that weigh heavily upon you. We release them now with love, and some of those go deep into the earth where they will be recycled to open a flower or grow a blade of grass or hatch a chick or do some other beautiful energetic thing. And others float up into the heavens where they too will be recycled. They are listened to, heard, nurtured, and healed all the way back to their original cause. You just feel the freedom of all of that release and the parts of you that were holding on to injuries or spirit attachments or anything at all that was not healthy for you and not in your best interest. Those parts of your energy and of your being are connected with the third heaven now and healed. And they're healed completely so that they can never be used by unhealthy energies ever again. And over time, with this process, your energetic field becomes healthier and healthier, and that's one of the reasons I'm so grateful that so many of you show up every week to experience the healing, so that your energy becomes stronger and healthier, and that you open your hearts to receive. So I ask you now to open your heart and receive the beautiful energy of Maui in Hawaii. Imagine traveling down below the surface of the earth until you reach the water, and then a little further until you reach the hot lava. It's not so far beneath the surface here, and that is the fire and the water of the elements. You feel yourself seated on the earth. You feel the breeze, the air blowing around you. And you feel the breeze just releasing any residues, anything that was holding you back, and you're connected to the four elements now: earth, air, fire, and water. There's a wholeness and a completeness that moves through you. You can feel the sacredness of this special island, the peace, the tranquility, the relaxed nature of the people. You can feel the beauty and also the intensity of the waves, and the purity of the ocean all around, and the ocean creatures are here, the terrestrial creatures are here. We're surrounded by the divine animal kingdom, earth, air, and water. And to our left is the bamboo forest, and this is acres and acres of bamboo that are all connected to one organism, one bamboo that was planted. The bamboo forest is very sacred for the Hawaiian people. Quite often when we hike through and when we go into the bamboo to meditate, we do so in silence. I invite you to imagine that we've been transported now to the bamboo forest. And just like we do on our retreat, you find a spot on your own, and your healing has gone from a group healing to your own personal healing now. The energy of the earth and the sacredness of the bamboo surround you, the silence, except for the wildlife. The energy of Maui, of the lava, of the ocean, of the plants and the animals, of the bamboo. These all begin to guide you now. I invite you to follow the guidance of these energies. Of serenity now flow through you, connecting you with your life purpose and empowering your goals. Those goals that you have for the new year. Release the past. And now you're empowering the future, and along with serenity, weaving together like the strands of DNA is the light of hope. Open your heart and receive them now, and allow them to begin to guide you. I'd like to invite you to stay here as long as you feel guided in the beautiful, peaceful, relaxing energy of Maui. Whenever you feel ready, you can return, and I invite you to return just grateful to Maui, to the earth, to the heavens, to Reiki. Rested, relaxed, all stagnant energies released, and your goals empowered, the solutions unfolding within you. I thank William Rand for the permission to bring you here with me today. And I thank you for joining me and for the beautiful light that you're spreading in the world. We are blessed to be of a lineage of light bringers who are creating wellness on the earth today, empowered by world peace, holy fire Reiki, a home atop also, and namaste.